Welcome, Victor. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Victor, if you're speaking, we can't hear you. You're muted. Hello, Victor. So, everyone, Victor is going to be standing in for Mr. Solomon. He will not be joining us because he's caught up with something. So, Victor is also part of Masteringbackend. So, we work together. So, he's going to be covering in or filling in for Mr. Solomon. So, Oluwatosin said he's not ready. So, Beatrice, can you still share your screen? Let's see if it's better now.
All right. So I think the issue was with my audio, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I can clearly hear another person clearly. So let me try again.
Okay.
So can you see my screen?
Yes, you can see your screen.
Okay. So yeah, so I was just going through the features of the project. So like I said, it's a URL shortener project. So it has these main feature, which is the user management, then the URL shortening feature, then the notification system. So under the user management, user can be able to register on the platform. User can be able to log in using JWT authentication system. User can be able to log out. User can be able to reset their passwords. Then user can be able to also manage their profile. Then for the URL shortening feature, user can be able to create short URLs. Then they can be able to retrieve created URLs. They can be able to send to others so that others will be able to click on it and be redirected to the original URL. Then they can also be able to view analytics. Then the notifications, they can be able to see notifications count, get all notifications, then mark single notifications as read, then clear all notifications. So these are the main features of it. The tech stack for the project is Node.js, which of course is the runtime for JavaScript. Then the framework I use for the backend is Express.js. Then the language, of course, is JavaScript. Then for security, JWT authentication, rate limiter, and the database I use MongoDB. So the APIs, I also have API references on the Postman. So the link is also part of my submission. And part of this, as you can see, these are the endpoints for the project. So let me test the endpoints using Postman. I hope you can still hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. Continue.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so this is it. So this is the payload for the user registration. I added just a name, then I added a phone number functionality, then email and passwords. So I'm going to create this user.
Beatrice, we're still seeing your README.
Okay. Wow. I think I'm sharing the entire. Let me stop sharing and share again. My screen. So can you see my Postman now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So yeah, so let me run the development server. But before that, I am using Redis server for my caching. So I also have to run the Redis server. Everything is local, even though I also decorate the app to be production ready. So when you're running the Docker, you don't have to. You just pull the image. The Redis are image, so you don't have to be running things separately. So so let me run the development server. Wow, 10 minutes. So just some few seconds. Yeah, so the server is up. So yeah, so I'm also using Twilio for OTP, for the OTP. All right, so as you can see, yeah, I've gotten this response. So a user created successfully. OTP also sent to verification. So let me see. Yeah, so I just received the OTP. So let me verify the phone number. So verification, the backend is expecting the user ID and the OTP. So I just got an OTP on my phone now. Excuse. Yeah, so as you can see, has returned the status code. Okay, so phone number has been verified. Okay, so I also have an endpoint to resend OTP in case the functionality down be able to allow user to also click on the site or supply the user ID. So yeah, so that's that. So let me go to login. I think I already have the same payload there. So let me log in. Sign you. User. So as you can see, has made a user which they can use for authorization or protected route. Then the refresh token also. So I'm using cookies. So immediately if a user along route, once they hit on these endpoints, they'll be able to exchange that and retrieve another access token. So this is it. All right. So as you can see, so once if you use endpoint, but before that, let me just work on the forgot password. So this is the forgot password endpoint. All right. So has returned a response. So let me see Gmail account. Right. So as you can see, can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Hello? Hello, anyone?
Yes. Can see.
Oh, all right. So I just got the forgot password reset link here. So yeah, so everything is look at the thing. So it's expected. These are the main domain here. For real production app, the main domain here should be the front end domain. So that once if a user clicks on it, it takes the person to the front end app, not the back end. Then the back end reset of passwords. So once if you have that, then this is the endpoint. The main reset endpoint. So it's expecting the token and the new password. So I'm changing my password from secret at 1 to these are passwords. So let me hit the endpoint. All right, so as you can see, password has been reset successfully. You can now log in. So this is my new password. But let me try to log into the app with the old password again, just for validation purposes. So as you can see, invalid email or password. So let me put the new password. All right, so as you can see, access is granted. So with that, let me get the user profile. So the user profile is a protected route. So you need that access token to be sent alongside wherever to each the endpoint that are protected. So as you can see, I'm able to get the user data. So this is an endpoint to edit the user. So as you can see, nothing much, just the name, because the phone number has been verified. And even though we are not, for the purpose of this tax, I did not verify the email. So, but the only thing allowed for this edit endpoint is just a name that you can be able to edit. So let me just change this to my first name, which is Kim. So as you can see, the name has been changed to Kim here. All right, so I think that's for the authentication flow or the auth flow of the app. So let me go to the main thing, which is to create a URL shortener. So I'm trying to shorten this URL, which is ChatGPT. Okay, and I'm also attaching the custom alias to it. But if this is not supply, so it's expected the front end should like have the form should contain whether the user wants a custom alias attached to it or not. So if it's not supply, the backend is going to generate a unique code for it. But if it's supply, then it's going to be appended to the URL shortener. Then it can also allow the expiring date of it. Okay, so let me change this guy to just change it to a feature date. Even though validation is also there, for it to be in the feature. Invalid, yeah, so I have an expired token. So this is also a protected route. So I need to get the access token so that the backend can be able to verify who is actually interacting with it. So authorization, and it's a bearer token. So you attach this in your headers. So let me send again. Okay, so I think there's a validation for it. So can contain letters and numbers. So let me add maybe test 23 to it. See. All right. So as you can see, I've been able to create a URL shortener. So this is original. This is the short URL. So everything is still runs on the backend main domain. Okay. So this is what I'm returning to the front end, the expired time of it, then the number of clicks if it's still active, and yeah, and the created ads. So yeah, so let me copy the access token. So this endpoint is to allow the user to be able to get lists of created shorteners. Okay, so it's a get request. All right, so this user has created one. So as you can see, I'm returning this data, and I'm also paginating everything just for performance and other things. Added pagination to any route that lists objects from the database. So pagination is also added to it. Then this is the redirect URL. So, but I'm going to use a browser. See, once they click, so this is the short URL. So assuming you send this to your client or to your customers, and they place it on a browser or they click on it, this is expected to plot the main domain is going to be either the backend or the front end. So that now redirect the user to the main original okay. Then from here we can get some analytics here. Let's forget to copy the access to it on it. It's not you are URL protected because authenticated protected. So let me get the analytics because that particular one has been clicked once. The URL has a path parameter. Let me send first. Let me see what the error will be. Okay. You see. Okay. So you have to append the unique code for that short URL so that list over. So yeah, so the front end the unique code so that I'll be able to get the analytics for a particular URL. Let me check what did we call it properly. It's test23. Test23. All right, so as you can see, this is the analytics. So you'll be able to get the details, the original, the short code, then the short URL, then number of clicks, as you can see, total clicks, if it's active, as expires, and other details, maybe browser details, that's the user agent details. So it's part of the analytics. Then notifications, I think notifications when a user click on your listing, notifications are also being sent to the user. So let me see if we have any notification created because yeah, we've done some activities. So let me see if this user has any notification. So as you can see, and it's also the event, read and other things. So these are the front end will now fetch these notifications. So we only have two notifications. The short things a user click on it on the browser. There's also a notification. So we have two notifications here. Then the notifications count. There's an endpoint for it. See notifications. All right. So like I said, we have two notifications, and they have not been read by.
Okay, sorry, Beatrice. You've taken more than the allocated time. So can you just round up? My network kicked me out from the meeting. So Victor, if you have a question, please, you can just raise up your hand to ask Beatrice. He has taken more time.
Yeah,
yes, we can hear you.
So like I said, I'm even rounding up. I think just the last two endpoints just to read the notification and also clear notifications.
Okay, I just give you 1 minute. Just round up, please.
Okay. All right. So this is the endpoint to read the notification. So the front end is sending these are payloads, and for the URL params, as you can see, you need the ID of the notification so that you can be able to mark a notification read. So once it is read, then you can also be able to clear endpoint. My postman is very, very slow. My system is very so this another endpoint to clear the notifications of a particular user. So so those are for the project. So those are the endpoints for the project. Thank you for listening. Like I said, if you have any question, then you just let me know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Beatrice. So Mr. Victor, if you have a question, you can ask Beatrice. Every other person here, Ebuka, if you have a question, you can send in your question. Mr. Victor, you can just send in your question via the message, then I'll read it out so Beatrice can hear. Is anybody have question? You can just raise your hands and speak. Okay, Adoyola, yeah, you can speak.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for that. Beatrice, thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. It was a good one. I exactly don't have a question, just maybe some sort of recommendation, if I can put it as such. Now, the last endpoint, I think one of the last endpoints that you presented, the one to mark a notification as read. Now, since the endpoint is like specifically used to mark a notification as read, not like you mark read and then mark it as unread again. I think it's a bit redundant that you have that is read payload. You can just like send a patch request as you are doing without the body, and once the server gets it, extracts the ID and it marks it as read. So that extra maybe like 3-4 bytes of payload that you are sending might actually amount to something over time when you have like multiple requests, and it matters in latency. In I don't know, maybe when the people requesting for that endpoint are actually a lot. So it's just that, but you know, it's a good one and well done.
Okay, thank you for that. Any other question for Beatrice or contribution?
Yep. Beatrice, nice presentation. Good presenting despite the technical glitches. I want to ask, with what you've done, the user authentication flow, would it be safe to say that you've implemented a full end-to-end authentication system? Not really a question for you, but maybe other engineers as well on the call.
Ebuka, I didn't get your question, but I don't know if every other person did. So if they did,
Yeah, I think I got his question, even though
okay.
the first guy that did suggestions or recommendation, I didn't really quite because my network was still shaking. So for Ebu, which is a REST authentication, then also yeah, also have part of the refresher token, which is also these are receipts are implemented. So mainly for most apps, these are the main authentication flow. Then there's also a logout endpoint.
Okay, thank you, Beatrice. So, Beatrice, my question for you is, while you were building this URL shortener, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Blessing.
Okay, so Beatrice, while we were building, nice presentation anyways, although at a point I had a network issue. So nice presentation, but you exceeded the time given to you. I must actually talk about that. So for the next people coming, please, we will not have that grace. But my question for you is, why building this URL shortener? What are the challenges that you faced? Or there was no challenges, you just skate through and you got everything perfectly okay? What are the challenges so that people here too can learn and tell us how you were able to fix those challenges? Please, this your response should be at least 1 minute.
Hello.
Yes, Beatrice, can you hear me? You can answer the question.
Okay, yeah. So my network is
Okay, drop your response as a message on the chat box so I can read it out so people can hear.
yeah, so I think you are building the products, right?
We can't hear you, Beatrice. Your line is breaking. So just use the chat box. I suggest you use the chat box. Drop the response to the question I've asked you. Then I will read it out for everyone to hear. So the next person is Luwa Tosin. Please, are you ready to present now?
All the questions. The only question can you hear me?
Beatrice, please. If you did not hear my question, I said what are the challenges that you faced while building this URL shortener? So if you don't have any challenge, it's fine. But I believe that you faced a challenge while you're building URL shortener. So you can just drop the challenge and tell us how you tackled it via the chat, using the chat box, since your network is breaking, so that we can move over to the next person presenting, please. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, so Oluwatosin, are you ready to present? If you are, unmute your mic and you can present now. The floor is yours.
Yes, I am. Good afternoon, everyone. And Beatrice, I must confess, you did a very good job. So, I'm presenting now. Everybody can see my work. I didn't do up to Beatrice, but I did something. Okay. Can you see my screen?
No, not yet.
No,
I
I
see it.
don't
I can't.
know.
No, we can't see your screen yet. Okay, we can see your screen now.
Yeah. So, that's everyone. So, how many minutes do I have? I know I can't even finish.
You
it
have
yet.
10 minutes, your presentation and you responding to the question. 10 minutes. Just tell us. Yeah.
Okay, and the other guy has said a lot about the project. So it's just a URL now that takes an original URL and whereby you shorten it to something that users can easily remember and use. So I started with authentication. I didn't do much with my authentication. Okay, I used Nest.js framework and I did sign up, sign in. I did refresh token and log in and the log out. Then I went to the users module. Yeah, these are my methods that I used. Users can update their profile. I'm sorry, this first time I'm presenting online. It's like my voice is shaking. And this is my to get a user profile and to update a user profile. So I'll be testing that now on Postman. We cannot get to see. Okay, let me run it. Sorry, I read it. Should have done this. I'm sorry. Should have had my ready running down. I'm sorry. Just not gonna take time. Take time. Okay. So this is my what? Sign up as a normal user, as a new user, my email and password, then log in with the email and password. Then let me log in so we can all see. I got the access token first. Most of my routes, all my routes are protected. So we should just go straight to the URL shot now because I have some questions I would want to ask. Yeah, I have some questions and I think there's a senior dev here. I would like the person to answer the question. Probably help me look into something. I hope you guys can hear me.
I can
Yes,
hear
go
you.
ahead, you're saying.
Yes, you said you
So I'll
have
be
some
fast.
question to ask.
Yes, and I want them to help me look into my code. There's an issue I have, and I want them to look into it. So I'll be fast with my presentation so I can learn because I really want to learn something today, not just to present. You understand? And I need someone to be on the code with me. You understand?
Okay.
So I'll be fast with my presentation. So now this is great. So I imputed this is the URL I've been using for my testing. So the custom alias, then we can let me change this. You can just give it anything. The code actually, if you don't give it a custom alias, it can generate a code. It's a short URL itself for you. That is if you did not give it a custom alias. So let's give it one now. Let's just call it my code. Yeah, my code. Okay, this is an expiring date. Let me put it in 2006. 12. Let's give it 12. And I give it a password. Actually. So yeah, so I was able to generate the short URL, which is on the expired code and the original URL too. And the original URL too. So if any user clicks on the short code, if any user clicks on the short code, it redirects them. Can you people hear me? If any user clicks on the short code, it redirects them.
Yes, continue. We can hear you.
Okay. It redirects them to the original URL. So it redirects them straight. This is what the original URL entails. You understand from the response. So if I'm to get my analytics, so like my code, I think I have one click already. So bringing 2 clicks. That's it. Should be 1 click. I don't know why it's bringing 2 clicks. Should be 1 click actually. Okay. This just came up. I don't know why. This just came up today. I've been noticing all the things I've been working, all the codes I've been testing with. I don't know why this one is bringing 2 clicks, and you can also delete it. You can delete the. Okay, said I'm unauthorized. Again. So Shafia deleted successfully. I don't know if you can give me the grace. Let me check this back. I don't know why it's bringing 2 clicks. Maybe I double click the send the other time. So let's just do something else. Okay. Oh, this one came with 2 clicks too. So I don't know. I think that go. Thank you. Same thing I know. Wants to say before I go into my question. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, Oluwatosin, thank you very much for presenting. I must commend you. In this project, I think you're the only lady for this project, and like I must commend you. You did very well. So is that question for her? And you said you have questions, so you can ask as well.
Yeah.
So that they can respond. So if you have questions for her, Ebuka and everyone, you can just send in your question.
Can you see it? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
So you
fine.
can speak.
All right. Just a quick question. I noticed that your endpoint for minifying the URL, you have something like shorten URL slash API slash something else. Again, that's like three paths. Is that like a specific motivation for it?
Yeah, I was debugging that day. So I forgot to remove it. No, I was debugging that day. I had issues with my name and I forgot to remove it.
Oh, all right. No, just no, please. Don't be. All right, then that's just it.
That didn't follow the normal naming convention actually, right?
You said,
I
you said what?
forgot it. So I didn't follow the normal naming convention actually.
Yeah, I was just curious. Maybe there was a thought process
Yeah,
behind that.
I forgot to
All right, then nice to see. Well done.
Well done, Oluwatosin. So, Ebuka,
My
you said,
question.
Ebuka is
Let me
asking.
ask question for that.
You said?
Okay.
So, Ebuka is
I
asking.
think everybody's asked their question.
Ebuka is asking for Tosin and Victrus. What informed your choice of stack?
Actually, the reason why I went for backend, I didn't have any. When I went into programming language, I don't have. I didn't. I just came into programming language. I didn't have anybody to tell me this is what you do. I was looking for something to do after school, and I just burst into it, and I had no one to guide me. So I just saw myself here, and I fell in love with backend. That's all. The niche that I saw immediately after I finished HTML, like HTML, CSS. Let me just say the boot camp that I went to, it was backend. I chose mistakenly or unknowingly. I just picked an option and it was backend. And later I learned about front end, and I feel like, oh, I think I'm cool with backend.
Okay.
But for you, I'm happy at backend because backend has really is about something of the mind. It's logical. It makes you think, okay, what if this? How does this work? It's just logical. You have to think well and think deeply before you can do anything. That's all for me.
Okay, Ebuka is saying it's not like, thank you for your response, but he means for this
No,
particular project.
sorry, Blessing. Beatrice has clarified. It's just that when I was looking at the project, I saw different languages that were listed as options to use. So, but now Beatrice has clarified that it was specified in Node.js Express among us. So that makes sense. Thank you. And Blessing,
Okay,
thanks
okay.
for your explanation too. Thanks.
Okay.
The reason I choose Next.js, I asked to. I saw Express too, but I asked that can I use because I just started learning Next.js and I want to be so good. I want to keep using it. That's why I choose Next.js actually.
Okay, thank you. Although they were given choices to choose, I remember Oluwatosin asking the language that he could use. So they were given choices to choose. So this question is for Beatrice before the next person. I think that's the last person. Beatrice, Victor was asking, my co-host also was asking that how did MB projects help you simplify this URL shortener that you built?
Come again with the question, Blessing.
I said Victor was asking my co-host that how did MB project help you simplify this project that you worked on?
Yeah, so I think I've also answered on the chat, but if you can hear me now, maybe I can just go ahead and answer.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So, like I said, the project was very, very simplified because if you look at the project requirements, it specified almost everything that needed to be done, which I was very, very quite impressive of the whole thing. Like I said, I'm a Django, I'm a developer already, a backend developer already. But I've not really done things on with Node.js or Express.js, any of the JS family backend tools. I've not used that before. So migrating to this. So yeah, so on the project requirement, there's a whole lot of it spelled out almost everything that needed to be done. So I just walked through what is needed on the project requirement, then I just implement.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much. MB project has really helped you based on what you just said. And that's great. That's the essence of that platform. Oluwatosin, please, you can ask the question you said you want to ask.
Okay. To the senior devs and Beatrice that completed this project on notification is notification. That means issues with my notification. You see that I didn't talk about it. It wasn't when I tried implementing it. I didn't even know to go about it. There's something about ChatGPT. If you don't understand something, ChatGPT will keep giving you something wrong. It's something you understand that it can help you, that gives you more understanding. Something you don't even really have much understanding, you just keep twisting things. So the thing is, I don't understand how to go about the notification, the build up. Most of all I did about notification was from ChatGPT. It wasn't from myself. So even when I tested it, it wasn't really working. I feel like there's something that is still that I need to implement that I have not done. I have done the Firebase. I was able to implement the Firebase. I got my config file, and I don't know. Can you guys see my screen? I just got to config. I don't even know what I was doing. Yeah.
So Tosin,
Yeah.
Yeah, Tosin, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right. So yeah, so I think what you did, you did well. You even did beyond what I did. So, but I think the basic things, or let me just
Okay,
education,
Beatrice,
education, so to speak. Yeah.
we can't hear you because of your network. Your network is breaking. So, Oluwatosin, I know that the essence of this presentation or for this spring is for us to learn. So, can we have a different section for this so that we can explain to you better about that notification? I don't know if that's okay by you.
Okay, I would appreciate that.
Yes,
Okay.
Beatrice.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yes, we'll work together to explain to her how she can go about it. Thank you, Oluwatosin, once again. Like, I must commend you. You are the only lady that was on that project. Thank you. So the last person is Emmanuel. It's he here. I don't think Emmanuel is here again. So Emmanuel has left, and I think that is the last person to present, but he's not here. So we'll just move forward. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you, Oluwatosin. Thank you, Emmanuel. Also, he's not here supposed to present, but he has sent his work, which we're still going to look at to take our final evaluation, and we'll announce the winner in our channel, our general channel. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I know that since we still having our office hour, this particular one was a lot, or it's a lot. We had some technical issues that would have made people say, okay, I give up for this particular spring office hour. I will not join again. But you actually took out your time and you joined. I really, really, really appreciate everyone on this meeting. Victor, thank you for joining this section. Even with the little notice, you could join. Thank you. Ebuka, thank you very much for joining. Although I'm not happy that you did not complete the project, but thank you. So Victor, you're raising your hands and you can speak if you had observation. I'm actually going to talk about my observation before we talk about other outstanding things. Then we'll go. Okay, the comments. Victor cannot speak. I don't know. He's having issues. So that's why I'm reading out most of the message that he's dropping. So Victor says that you have built a great project. Next is using what you have built to your advantage. That is why our next workshop, landing a tech job in 2026, is for you. Can we hear? Can you hear me? So that is what Victor has for us. I know that a lot of us have been doing this spring project. Now, it's not just about building this spring project and just leave it like that. That's why I said we should present like we are presenting to an investor, a potential investor that wants to invest. Okay, I want this thing. I want you to build this thing for me. How will you pitch to that investor? And most times these investors, they don't even have time. So that's why. So Victor is saying, is acknowledging that you guys did a great job. Well done for doing this. So we're going to be having a workshop that will be coming next week. Every information, every details about that workshop will be given to us on our Slack channel, our general channel. So everyone, I told everyone to please stay consistent. We have a lot of good plans for our community members, Masteringbackend community members. We have good plans for you for 2026. I also believe that we should have good plans for ourselves. If you're not yet conversant with using a particular language, you should plan. Let it be into your plans, your goals, the things you want to achieve for 2026. That's next year, I want to be good at this particular programming language. It's really going to help you. Just like Oluwatosin said, she said she just loved it, even when she didn't know, had any idea. She never had any idea about programming. I love that. So we're going to be having a workshop next week. We're going to communicate that to us, everyone on our channel. Thank you, Victor, for joining. Thank you for the comment also. So to everybody that presented, Beatrice, Oluwatosin, you guys did an amazing job. But Beatrice, I love the fact that you explained in details on your work, every bit of it. I must applaud you. You explained the details, but you exceeded the time, like I said. So investors are busy and they don't have time. So let's say you're in pitching, you have a project a startup project that you just built and you want this particular person to invest and they don't have time, you have to learn how to utilize your time. But you were detailed enough, actually. I must commend that. Then Oluwatosin, I must commend you also. You manage your time, you were detailed in as much as there were some areas that you didn't touch, but you did good as well. Well done to Beatrice, Oluwatosin, and Emmanuel who did not present, and everybody that was part of this project, whether either you worked on it or you did not work on it, as far as you indicated an interest that you want to be part of the spring project, and maybe one way or the other you want it happen along the way, you did not continue. I must commend everybody. Well done. Thank you for taking out your time and always being consistent with our engagement and everything. Thank you. So I'm going to leave you with, if you don't have a lot of persons wrote down, like me, I wrote down a lot of things that I wanted to achieve for 2025. Yes, I achieved some, and I did not achieve some, but that does not mean that you should give up. You have to be consistent. You don't give up. A lot of persons now are at the verge of giving up, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't achieve this thing, and I'm tired. I cannot do this." They just quit. So you cannot be a winner when you quit. Winners don't quit, no matter the obstacles they face along their way. They don't quit. They continue. They strive until they win. So I'm applauding everybody or telling everyone on this call that for next year, 2026, you have to plan yourself. You must have a goal. You must have something that you want and you work towards it. It's not just writing down things that you want. You should also work towards achieving those things. So thank you once again. And let's not forget, Mastering Backend, we have a lot. Mr. Solomon is not here, but we would have given you some little updates about our platform. Our articles are up. So please, you can also, Oluwatosin, Beatrice, we have links to how you can have access to articles that you will read and it will help you. Also, we'll be having, I actually made announcements on our channel. We're having a boot camp that is going to be starting January 5th. It's about AI. So if you're interested, you can reach out to me and I'll give you a brief on how the boot camp is going to be. And Mastering Backend also, we also have another boot camp that's still going to be coming up, I think by February, which I'm going to also communicate to everyone how it's going to work and how it's going to be like. So that is where we are. Mastering Backend, we are growing, we're striving. Please follow us in all our social media platforms, on Instagram, on X, on LinkedIn, also on our Slack channel. We noticed that participation engagement is reducing. Some week is active, some other week it's just like that. Please, let's try. And I'm going to be deploying all of us. Beatrice, Oluwatosin, I'm going to be working with people. Ebuka, Adoyola, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that well. I know that you're busy. You reached out to me that you're busy, but you're still going to help me. The four of us, the four persons I mentioned, including me, we're going to work. Please tell someone about Mastering Backend this December. Tell them about Mastering Backend. People that you know that are interested to do backend development, that want to become backend engineers, backend developers. Please tell them about Mastering Backend. Mastering Backend is an edtech company that is going to train you on becoming a backend engineer or a backend developer. So thank you, everybody. Follow us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, and LinkedIn. We have amazing things there uploaded every day. And please engage in our Slack community. Drop your response, drop your answers. If you have a question, like Oluwatosin did, I know that I kept asking if we had issues with this spring. Mr. Solomon was actually on this particular spring actively. If we actually dropped a question, he would have actually responded. So if you have challenges, debugging and all of that, reach out to me. We are going to help you. That's why we have that platform. It's for us to help each other and learn from each other. Thank you, everybody that joined for this meeting. Progress. My last word I'm going to say before we leave. Progress beats perfection. Showing up and trying already puts you ahead. So you don't have to give up, like I said. Everyone you admire today, you have people that you're looking up to. Everyone you admire today in tech once struggled with the same thing you're learning now. So you should have that at the back of your mind. Nobody is a guru in that particular field. They actually had struggles and they didn't give up. That's why you're looking up to them. If it feels hard, that means you're growing. So if the project you're working on is hard, finding it difficult to debug, you're making progress. You're not behind, you're learning at your own pace, and that is valid. Confusion is part of mystery. Stay with it. One small improvement today, it's a win. So congratulations to everybody that joins on this spring. Please, I'm going to be sending out registration for our upcoming event for next week. Please endeavor to register and be part of this. What are we looking at? How to land a job. A tech job in 2026. A lot of our members don't have jobs and they are good. They are good at what they do. So we're going to tell you how you're going to land a good job. And that's what the seminar, the workshop is all about. Thank you very much for joining. To have a great day and Merry Christmas in advance. Can we hear? Is anybody here? Can you hear me? You can drop a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Oluwatosin. Thank you. Ebuka. Thank you. Victor. Thank you for joining. Beatrice. Well done for joining. And actually, on our listing, the project, Beatrice was the #1 person. Well done, Beatrice. You completed all the tasks. Well done. Kudos to you. We're going to review the project that was sent, and we're going to announce the winner, and we're going to give the award. So well done, everyone, and have a great day. Merry Christmas in advance. Bye.